Welcome back to the video lecture series on the course Microprocessors and Microcontrollers. So in this video we are going to discuss about the topic addressing modes in Unit 2 Programming of 8085 microprocessor. So let me explain what is meant by addressing modes. As I said earlier, in 8085 microprocessor we have to write the program by using instructions. So we have totally 246 instructions in the 8085 microprocessor. So for every instructions in the program has to operate on a data. That is, the microprocessor can access this data in different ways. That is called addressing mode. The different ways that a microprocessor can access these data is called addressing modes. We are having 5 different types of addressing modes. First one is immediate, second one is register, third one direct, fourth one indirect, and fifth one implied addressing mode. So these are the different types of addressing modes used in 8085 microprocessor. So addressing modes means the different ways the microprocessor can access the data is called addressing modes. Let me explain the different types of addressing modes one by one. First we will discuss about immediate addressing modes. So in this addressing mode we are using 2 bytes. That is, this type of addressing mode is 2 byte instruction format. So in the previous video I had explained about the concept of instruction format. So in the instruction format we have 3 categories, that is 1 byte, 2 byte and 3 byte instruction. This immediate addressing modes comes under 2 byte instruction. That is, it uses 2 bytes with the first byte as opcode followed by 1 byte of data. That is, this is the example for immediate addressing modes. Here you see the example. Here for move or comma data we have 1 opcode followed by 1 byte of data. This is data, and for this instruction we have specific opcode. In the last video I have shared about the instruction formats, that is instruction summary sheet, 8085 summary sheet. So in that summary sheet we have different types of instructions. For every instructions we have corresponding hexadecimal code. That is, in this example for move or comma data we have particular hexadecimal code, that is first byte of this addressing mode followed by 1 byte of data, means this is the data. So in this addressing mode we have 2 bytes. The first byte is opcode, that is hexadecimal code for this instructions, and followed by data, that is whatever the data we are giving to here. So we have to consider the data as second byte of data in this addressing mode. So the function of this addressing modes is to load the immediate data to the destination provide. That is, MV represents, you see this example, MVIR comma data. Here the source is data and the destination is this register. R represents a register. So MVI means MV represents move, short form of move MV. Here I represents immediate data. So the function of this instruction is to load the immediate data to the destination provide. Here you see the function of this addressing mode is load the immediate data to the destination provide. So this is the immediate data. We have to load this immediate data to the destination. Here the destination is register. So we have different types of register. So whatever the register we are mentioning here, so we have to load this data immediate to this register. So that is the function of this immediate addressing mode. Here the data represents 8-bit or 16-bit. So let me explain the example one by one. So for immediate addressing mode we have 2 bytes, as the first byte is opcode and the second byte is data. For example, move R comma data, the corresponding opcode is 3E means comma, and the second opcode is data. Here I am giving 20H as data, means we have to write the opcode as 3E comma 20. So that is the opcode for, that is the 2 byte instruction for this immediate addressing modes. So let me explain the example one by one. So in this immediate addressing mode, so MVI R comma data is the basic example. So here the data represents either 8-bit or 16-bit. Here R represents either register or memory location. So these are some of the examples for immediate addressing mode. So in this first example, I have taken as A register. For R, I have taken as A register, and for data, I have taken as 8-bit data. That is 20H. H represents hexadecimal. So the function of this instruction is, it loads the data, that is this 8-bit data 20H immediate to accumulator. So this is the function of this instruction. That is, it moves the 8-bit immediate data 20H into accumulator. A represents accumulator. So it moves, the function of this instruction is, it loads or transfers or copies. That is the function of move instruction. So in this example, I am considering 8-bit data. So the 8-bit data is moved immediately to accumulator. This is the function of this instruction. And in the second example, I have taken as memory location. M represents memory location, and this one represents 8-bit data. So the function of this instruction is, move 8-bit immediate data 30H into memory location. That is, this memory location is pointed by HL register pair. We have two different types of register pair, BZ and HL. So the memory location is considered as either HL register pair or BC register pair. So the function of this instruction is, it moves 8-bit immediate data 30H into memory location. So this memory location is pointed by register pair. So I am taking HL register pair means this memory location is pointed by HL pair. So we have to move this 8-bit data into memory location which is pointed by HL register pair. And the third example is LXI SP, 16-bit data. This represents 16-bit data and this one represents 8-bit data. So LXI means load the contents, immediate contents. Here SP represents stack pointer. So the function of this instruction is, it moves 16-bit immediate data, that is 8200, into stack pointer. This is the function of this this instruction LXI SP, 16-bit data. So it moves this 16-bit data 8200 into stack pointer SP. Here LX represents load the immediate, LXI represents load the immediate data. So these are about the immediate addressing mode. So immediate addressing mode is represented by I. So in this concept we have two bytes. The first byte is opcode followed by second byte is data. So whatever the data we are giving here, that is the second byte, and the first byte is, so whatever the instruction I am mentioning here, the corresponding hexadecimal code is the first byte, and the second data I am giving here, that is 8-bit or 16-bit data, is second byte. So we have 2 byte in this instruction. So this immediate addressing mode represents 2 byte addressing mode. The function of this immediate addressing modes is to load the immediate data to the destination provider. So here I represents immediate addressing mode. So next one is register addressing mode. So in this register addressing mode, we have source operand, destination operand, or both. It contains source and destination. And this mode specifies the register or register pair that contains the data. You see this example. This register addressing mode contains source operand and destination operand, and both contained in 8085 processor. This is source and this is destination. And also register addressing mode has either register pair or register. So this one is register pair. This one is register. AB represents register pair, and here HL represents, AB represents register and HL represents register pair. So in this addressing mode, we have either register or register pair. So we have two combination in this concept. It has source operand, destination operand, or both. So see the example for this register addressing mode. Move RD, RS. So the function of this instruction is MOV represents move. So move means it transfers the data from source to destination, or it copies the data from source to destination, or it loads the data from source to destination. So that is the function of move instruction. So MOV is a short form of move instruction. So R represents register, here R represents register and D represents destination. So here R represents register and S represents source. The function of this addressing mode is it transfers the source register contents to destination register. That is, it loads the source content register to destination register. So in this example, I am considering two register. As I said earlier, in register addressing mode, we have either register or register pair. In this example, I am considering only register. We have two types of register. Source is B register and destination is A register. The function of this instruction is it transfers the contents of B register into A register. And second example is add C. That means ADD represents add and C represents register. Here it adds the contents of register C into the contents of accumulator. That is, we have to add minimum two numbers, means one number is stored in C register and another number is already stored in accumulator. So we have to add the contents of C register into the contents of accumulator, and after the addition operation it stores the result in accumulator. This is the function of add C. That is, it adds the contents of C register with the contents of accumulator and stores the result in accumulator. This is the function of add C. And see this example here, SP represents stack pointer and HL represents register pair. So in register addressing mode, we have either register or register pair. In this example, I am considering register pair. So the function of this instruction is it moves the contents of HL register pair into stack pointer. This is the function of SPHL. So register addressing modes means it has source, destination and both source and destination. So in register addressing mode, we have to consider either register or register pair. So it moves the contents of source to destination. This is the function of register addressing mode. And next one is direct addressing mode. The direct addressing mode is otherwise called as absolute addressing mode. This direct addressing mode is related to 3-byte instruction. So in the instruction format, we have three categories: 1 byte, 2 byte and 3 byte instruction. So this direct addressing mode comes under 3-byte instruction. So it consists of 3 bytes with the first byte as opcode followed by 2 byte of address of data. So see this example. In LDA 8000H. So this is the example. So in this example, here 8000H represents 16-bit address. For LDA 16-bit address, we have specific opcode. In 3-byte instruction, the first byte is opcode followed by 2 byte of address, that is lower byte of address followed by higher byte of address. I already explained this concept in 3-byte instruction. For LDA 16-bit address, we have specific hexadecimal code. For example, I am considering for this LDA 8000H, the corresponding hexadecimal code is 32 means. For example, I am considering, you see this is the 8085 instruction set summary sheet. So in the direct addressing mode, I am taking example as LDA 16-bit address. So the corresponding hexadecimal code is 3. So for every instructions, we have corresponding hexadecimal code. So in direct addressing mode, see the example LDA 8000H. This is the example. For this is 16-bit address. As shown previously, for LDA 16-bit address, the corresponding hexadecimal code is 3A. The corresponding hexadecimal code for LDA 8000H is 3A. Here 3 byte instruction represents the first byte as opcode. So this is the corresponding opcode for LDA 8000H followed by 2 bytes of address of data. It means this is the address of data. Here the first byte is lower byte address, that is 2 byte address of data, means the second byte is lower byte address followed by higher byte of address. So in this 16-bit address, the lower byte is 00 and the higher byte is 8000. So in 3 byte address, the first byte is opcode followed by lower byte of this 16-bit address and higher byte of this 16-bit address. So for this instruction SHLD, the corresponding hexadecimal code is, you see this opcode sheet. So for SHLD 16-bit address, see here. So this is the example for direct addressing mode. For SHLD 16-bit address, the corresponding hexadecimal code is 22. So for this instruction, the corresponding hexadecimal code is 22, comma, followed by 2 byte of address, means in the 16-bit address, the lower order address is 0 followed by higher order address. So this is 3 byte instruction. So here direct addressing mode represents 3 byte instruction with the first byte as opcode and the second byte as lower byte of 16-bit address and third byte as higher byte of 16-bit address. So the function of this direct addressing mode is to loads the data with the contents of accumulator. That is, it loads the 16-bit data with the contents of accumulator. So take this example LDA 8000H. So in this example, the function is it loads the 16-bit data, that is memory location, into the accumulator. Here LD represents load, A represents accumulator, and 8000H is 16-bit address. So it loads the contents of memory location into the accumulator. So what are the contents available in this memory location? So it loads this contents into the accumulator. So this is the function of LDA 16-bit address. So this address we have to choose. This is not fixed. So we have to choose the 16-bit address according to the need. And second example is SHLD 16-bit address. Here HL represents register pair. It stores the HL register pair into 2 consecutive memory locations. That is, lower byte contains of L register into memory and location of higher byte, this location of higher byte address into contents of H register. So once again explain this concept. It has HL register pair in this concept. Here S represents stores. Here 8000 represents 16-bit address. It has 2 memory location. One is 8000 and the next memory location we have to consider is 8001. So the function of this address is, we have HL register pair. So we have lower byte address and higher byte address. So the contents of L register is moved into memory location 8000H and the contents of higher byte H register is moved into memory location 8001H. So this is the function of SHLD. So these are about the direct addressing mode. And next one is indirect addressing mode. So in this indirect addressing mode, the memory address, it consists of memory address. Here the operand is located in the specified contents of register pair. So in indirect addressing mode, it has register pair that stores the address of the data. See this example, move m, a. So a represents register and m represents memory location. So in this memory location, we have register pair. So the function of this instruction is, it stores the contents of accumulator into memory location. So this memory location is pointed by register pair. So I am taking HL register pair means, so it stores the contents of accumulator to this memory location, so which is pointed by HL register pair. So in indirect addressing mode, we have register pair that stores the address of the data. And next one is implied addressing mode. So this implied addressing mode is otherwise called as inherent or implicit addressing mode. So this implied addressing mode has no operands, it has only opcode. So see this example, RAL. RAL means rotate accumulator left. And second example is STC. So STC means set the carry flag. And third one is CMA. So CMA means complements the contents of accumulator. So see the first example. So in arithmetic and logical operations, I am taking addition operations means, so in the addition operation result, we have sum and carry. So taking this example, so RAL means it rotates the contents of accumulator through left carry. So this is the meaning of RAL. And STC means it set the carry flag. Already I explained the flag register concept in 8085 hardware architecture. So this function of this STC instruction is, it sets the carry flag. So 1 means it set the carry flag, 0 means it resets. So whatever the bit is allocated to this carry flag, it sets that bit accordingly, whatever the conditions of the arithmetic and logical operations result. And third one is complements the contents of accumulator. So whatever the contents present in the accumulator, so it complements the contents of accumulator. So this is the function of CMA. So in this implied addressing mode, it has no operands, it has only opcode. So see the opcode sheet. I'm considering STC. So see this example, STC, the corresponding opcode is 37. So this instruction has only opcode, so there is no operand to this instruction. And the second example is CMA. You see here, so this is the CMA instruction, the corresponding opcode is 2F. So these are about the implied addressing mode concept. So implied addressing mode has only opcode. There is no operand specified in this addressing mode. So these are some of the examples for implied addressing mode. I hope you will understand the topic addressing mode, what is meant by addressing mode, and what are the different types of addressing modes used in 8085 microprocessor. So addressing modes means the different ways that a microprocessor can access the data is called addressing mode. So we have 5 classifications. The first one is immediate addressing mode. So the function of this immediate addressing mode is it transfers either 8-bit data or 16-bit data into the destination. So whatever the destination I am considering here, so it transfers the either 16-bit data or 8-bit data to the destination provider. So this addressing mode consists of 2 bytes. The first byte is opcode, second byte is data. And second one is register addressing mode. So in this register addressing mode, we have either register or register pair. So it moves the contents of source into destination. And third one is direct addressing mode. So this direct addressing mode consists of 3 bytes. So first byte is opcode, followed by second byte is address of lower byte and address of higher byte. And fourth one is indirect addressing mode. So the indirect addressing mode consists of register pair. So it transfers the contents present in the accumulator to the memory location that is pointed by register pair, that is HL or BC register pair. And the last one is implied addressing mode. So implied addressing mode has no operands, it has only opcodes. So these are some of the examples for implied addressing mode. So thank you for watching this video.